Hey guys, today I want to talk about the recovery is happening. Yesterday I went to the mall. I went into the Conrad building, and one thing I'll say is this, is the Conrad building was hopping yesterday, and I was really kind of happy about that because it just showed that things are happening. I noticed the tables were filled and everybody was sitting together in there. It was awesome. It was good to see that. Now I didn't walk around the other parts of the mall, but I do know that when the Conrad building is usually filled, usually the other parts are chock full also. So it's kind of funny to see the Conrad building filling up and a lot of people walking around. A lot of the stores that were kind of shut down, they just shut their lights out and were waiting for this to happen where things would open up more. All those stores are open now. So people are sitting together, they're having lunch together and supper together. One of the waitresses there was telling me, she says that she was expecting a big day today because of the Citibank. If you buy anything with a Citibank card at any of those restaurants, it's half off, unless it's a deal already, some special deal or whatever. But you get half off your receipt. So it's a really good deal. You know, if you have a Citibank credit card or what have you, it works out really, really well. And I've always gone there and used that little perk that Citibank has. I think it's a great deal for people. I use it for Red Lobster and I also use it for Texas Roadhouse. But the place was really hopping. I was really glad to see that. I noticed that they didn't have just one or two waitresses, but they had like about 7 waitresses on. That's a big difference, big change. It seemed like they had about 7 waitresses on, maybe even more. I'm not quite sure, but they had a lot of people working there and the place was really, busy and they had a lot of deals going on. So it was really doing well. But when I was walking around the mall, I noticed one of the best parts about it was the guards were busy because there was a lot of people walking around. And that's the best part of all, when the guards leave you alone. When there's only like 1 or 2 people in the building, they're watching everything that you do over there. They're watching to make sure you have your shield on. They keep reminding you to put your shield on, and they keep watching you because you're the only person there. And that was part of the problem before. Now they're busy staying off your back so you can put your face shield above you. Even though technically in Manila, they've been saying that the face shields are gone. They still have them in some of the malls and things like that, which kind of was like kind of a bummer. But I noticed that most of the people weren't wearing them. Most of the people weren't paying attention to the rules. They were putting a shield in their purse or whatever, and they just weren't paying attention to it. They really didn't care. I walked around the mall for quite a while without a mask itself on. And felt, nobody really paid much attention to me, to be honest with you. I noticed probably about 25 to 30% of the other people were doing the same thing. And also, guys, there's a lot of news coming out about the Department of Tourism, and the government is also stating the same, that they are going to open, and they are going to open fairly soon. They're just getting everything in order, getting ready. So things are going to pop pretty soon. I know a lot of you guys are saying, no, it won't be until next year. No, the government's talking about it. When they start talking about it, usually it happens fairly quick. I just think that they need to get their stuff in order. Then things will start hopping. We've stated this before. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of waiting. Let's see how long it takes for them to get it open. It'll happen. And let's see if there's any things that they have, little issues that they have. They might have quarantine still if you come into the country for a day or two. I'm sure you're probably going to have some sort of maybe a swab or your vaccination card. If you're unvaccinated, you're probably going to definitely need the swab. Maybe you're going to need 3 or 4 days or 5 days quarantine if you're unvaccinated, maybe 1 day if you're vaccinated. It'll be something like that probably, my guess. There's no news out about that yet. I'm sure they're trying to figure that out. I think that they're getting a little bit sick and tired of what's going on with WHO. And when, WHO has really been pushing some of these small countries around and telling them you need to do this and that. And also it was the IATF or something like that, whatever. They've also been kind of calling the shots here. And I think people are getting kind of tired. The governments are getting tired of having the shots called for them when they should be calling the shots. Because a lot of these places, they just push their agenda or whatever it seems like. And I understand where they're coming from with everything, and they don't want to see anybody go backwards. And I don't think the Philippines is going to go backwards. They've been so on top of this with their masks, their shields, alcohol everywhere you go. I mean, more alcohol has poured here than Anheuser-Busch, so there's been a lot of alcohol squirting on people's hands here every day, and we're still doing that even to this day. But it seems like all that's going to be going away, and that's the best part, guys. And anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there so you guys can get some of that information. That is great news. I want to, I've been putting this out every couple of days now, just to keep you guys kind of on top of what's going on. It is changing, and the people are starting to hear it because they're coming out more. Most people were hidden away before, staying at home, and now they're starting to walk around the malls and roam around. God bless, guys. Take care.